Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A protective covering that protects the outside of a building. An ornamental coating to a building. Providing something with a surface of a different material. A lining applied to the edge of a garment for ornamentation or strengthening. A protective covering that protects the outside of a building. An ornamental coating to a building. Coating consisting of a thin layer of superior wood glued to a base of inferior wood. Cover with veneer. Veneer the furniture to protect it. A piece of cloth that is used as the inside surface of a garment. A protective covering that protects an inside surface. Providing something with a surface of a different material. The act of attaching an inside lining to a garment or curtain, etc. Payment extorted by gangsters on threat of violence. Every store in the neighborhood had to pay him protection. A covering that is intended to protect from damage or injury. They had no protection from the fallout. Defense against financial failure, financial independence. Insurance provided protection against loss of wages due to illness. The imposition of duties or quotas on imports in order to protect domestic industry against foreign competition. He made trade protection a plank in the party platform. Kindly endorsement and guidance. The condition of being protected. They were huddled together for protection. The activity of protecting someone or something. The witnesses demanded police protection. A covering that is intended to protect from damage or injury. A covering that is intended to protect from damage or injury. The tough natural covering of some organisms. Put a coat on. Cover the surface of. Furnish with a surface. Coat the cake with chocolate. A thin layer covering something. A second coat of paint. Form a coat over. Dirt had coated her face. Growth of hair or wool or fur covering the body of an animal. An outer garment that has sleeves and covers the body from shoulder down, worn outdoors. Cover or provide with a coat. A decorative texture or appearance of a surface, or the substance that gives it that appearance. A thin layer covering something. The work of applying something. The surface was ready for a coating of paint. A heavy fabric suitable for coats. The act of concealing the existence of something by obstructing the view of it. The work of applying something. A natural object that covers or envelops. Under a covering of dust. An artifact that covers something else, usually to protect or shelter or conceal it. The act of protecting something by covering it. Liquid preparation having a soothing or antiseptic or medicinal action when applied to the skin. The act of bringing something to bear, using it for a particular purpose. He advocated the application of statistics to the problem. The work of applying something. The doctor prescribed a topical application of iodine. A program that gives a computer instructions that provide the user with tools to accomplish a task. He has tried several different word processing applications. A diligent effort. It is a job requiring serious application. A verbal or written request for assistance or employment or admission to a school. December 31st is the deadline for applications. The action of putting something into operation. The application of maximum thrust. A piece of cloth that is used as the inside surface of a garment. Baseball. A hit that flies straight out from the batter. The batter hit a liner to the shortstop. A protective covering that protects an inside surface. A large commercial ship, especially one that carries passengers on a regular schedule. A facing, usually masonry, that supports an embankment. A barrier against explosives. A facing, usually masonry, that supports an embankment. A facing, usually masonry, that supports an embankment. Lining a surface or bearing with babbitt metal. The lap consisting of a turned-back hem encircling the end of the sleeve or leg. A figurative restraint. Asked for a collar on program trading in the stock market. Take into custody. A band that fits around the neck and is usually folded over. The act of apprehending, especially apprehending a criminal. The policeman on the beat got credit for the collar. Necklace that fits tightly around a woman's neck. The stitching that forms the rim of a shoe or boot. A band of leather or rope that is placed around an animal's neck as a harness or to identify it. Anything worn or placed about the neck. The thief was forced to wear a heavy wooden collar. A short ring fastened over a rod or shaft to limit, guide, or secure a machine part. Furnish with a collar. Collar the dog. Seize by the neck or collar. Zoology, an encircling band or marking around the neck of any animal. Hit with the hand. Shackle that consists of a metal loop that can be locked around the wrist, usually used in pairs. Confine or restrain with or as if with manacles or handcuffs. The police handcuffed the suspect at the scene of the crime. The lap consisting of a turned-back hem encircling the end of the sleeve or leg. A band that fits around the neck and is usually folded over. Necklace that fits tightly around a woman's neck. A band around the collar of a garment.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.